Hello interwebs, welcome to Adamant IT. I've got another shop update video for you here. This weekend was the Jubilee weekend over here in the UK. The Queen has been the Queen for 70 years. However, also it was a double bank holiday, which meant it was a great opportunity to get a lot of things done in the shop while the shop did not need to be open. So this weekend my family descended upon the shop to help me decorate the front room. And just a very early big thanks to my eldest sister who organised that, which is basically a nice way of saying she bullied me into doing it. This is a good thing though, because the decorating was supposed to happen. I originally planned that it would get done within the first 6 months of being in the shop. However, we're 18 months on now, and it hasn't been done. So big thanks to my sister for pushing me into getting this sorted. So this all started on Thursday, where Caradog came down, and we spent the day doing a little bit of prep work in the workshop out the back and emptying the front room. So the workshop has also had some changes done, where anyone who watches the podcast will know that we're now running a 2-table setup in the workshop. I have an electric standing desk as the actual repair bench, and there's a review video pending on that. And then we've got one of the countertop tables as the podcast bench, which can also be used for just a presentation bench, something where I want to show off like a big case or something like that, where I would have a camera on a tripod like what I'm doing here. And what we wanted to do was move one of the shelving units from one side of the room to the other, so we could put some showpieces on it. This is also part of the plan, just to move all of the other 2 shelving units that you can see in this time lapse out to the back room. We didn't get that done this weekend because there's no room in the back room yet, but that will get done, and then I can have another one of the countertop tables in this space for even more workspace area. So this took up most of the morning while we sorted all of that out, and then we emptied out the front room, took down all of the demo PCs, took down the tables, moved all the boxes out from under the tables, and so on. And by the end of it, we'd emptied the room to the point where we could move the furniture into the center, and the room was ready for decorating. So as you can see, it's a bit grey in here, and the main issues were really around the window and the dividing wall, where everything was a bit threadbare, where we had torn off a lot of covers because the window obviously was originally boarded up, and it had this plastic sheeting over everything. So then on Friday, everyone descended upon the shop, and there was an A4 page with a complete list of things that needed doing on it. And everyone picked an item on the list and started doing it. So all of the walls were painted light blue. It was originally supposed to be more of a pastel shade. However, the original color wasn't available, so we opted for this more sky blue or baby blue, which I was less of a fan of, but now it's all on the walls. It's a much bolder look, which I think is better. And combined with the dark blue accent color that we've got, it's given a really nice contrast, and it's broken up all of the solid surfaces in the room now. So everything looks a lot more deliberate in here, and I'm so happy with how it's come out. It looks amazing. All of the woodwork got sanded down and repainted in gloss white to brighten that up. A new windowsill was put in the divider window as well, so the old plastic windowsill that was buried there got removed, and a nice new wooden one has been put in, so that window is now actually usable, and I can start putting display pieces there. We also put a blind in that window, which not only just makes it look a lot nicer, but also gives me an actual privacy screen. So if I'm working out of hours, or when Caradog and I are doing the podcast, we can actually close that blind and not have people knocking on the front door going, "Are you open?" while we're trying to shoot a live show. And the front of the shop also got a good clean up as well. There was a weird metal cover which presumably used to house an awning that would have opened up and leant over the pavement, because on Shaftesbury High Street, quite a lot of the shops actually do have awnings which are opened up in the summer to give shade across the pavements. And this shop probably had one at some point, but it's long since rotted away and been removed long before I arrived here, and just a really grotty metal cover was left behind that was just a house for grot and spiders and cobwebs and moss and all sorts. So we tore down all of that and brushed down the front of the shop, and it now looks 10 times nicer. I still don't have a sign on the front of the shop. However, I've given up the idea of getting a new logo designed for now, and I'm just going to get Adamant IT lettering put up on the front of the shop. And hopefully that's going to happen within the next month or so. I've got a contact of someone who's going to do it, but they're waiting on new equipment that should get sorted within the next few weeks. So there's still a lot of tidying to be done out in the workshop, but this is kind of secondary because while I do try and maintain the tidiness of the benches, the workshop is ultimately a functioning room, and nothing stays tidy there for long. The front shop, the front room is what I want to remain tidy, and now we've got that all cleared out and redecorated, it's going to be a lot easier to stay on top of this moving forward. So this place can be nice and tidy and look really slick. And I also want to give an honourable mention to the bathroom as well. My sister did want to redecorate the bathroom because it's a really odd colour scheme. I think someone had some ideas of it being a deep sea underwater theme. It's just a weird olive green. Very 70s or 60s, I don't know what it is. It's wrong, whatever it is. However, there's now a nice mirror, some cool pictures, a new light switch, and a towel rail in there just to spruce it up a bit, which is also nice. Makes it a more pleasant place to be. So with all the decorating done, Saturday rolled around and Caradog and I then spent another day putting the front room back together again. So everything is now set up, there's no more boxes under the counters, so everything is tidy, looks presentable, and now actually matches my original vision for the shop. And that brings us around to the main point of all of this now, is the shop actually matches my original vision now, what I expected it to look like when I moved in. And this is really important because the reason why that 100,000 subscriber video never got done is because I didn't like the state the shop was in. You know, I was like, I don't want to do a big grand shop tour and have a bunch of people go, oh yeah, nice job decorating, I can see where all the money went there. Whereas now I actually like the way the shop looks. Sure, there's some rough edges here or there, but it actually matches what I originally planned, which was a showroom out the front and a workshop out the back. So that brings us to a close. I want to give a massive shout out and thanks to my family and Caradog for giving up their bank holidays to come down here and get all this done. It was an amazing day, a very tiring day, but everything got done. And it was an amazing showing. So massive thanks to my family, to Caradog, and especially to my eldest sister, Katie, who organized everything. Could not have done it without them. So massive thank you. And as always, a massive thank you to all of the supporters of the channel, all of the Patreons, all of the YouTube channel members, also my Twitch subscribers, and everyone else who just watches the videos and supports the channel. This is all possible because of you guys. Massive thank you. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you there. Bye.